Hi guys, it's Amy with Aim to Plan, and today I'm flipping through something new. So I purchased this from Amazon. It is, as you can see, a mother-daughter journal. It says a pass back and forth between you and me journal, and it's by Britt A. Anderson. I will link this in the description if you're interested after watching my flip through of it, but I decided to buy this to be able to work with Sophia. One, she needs to practice her handwriting. We have, let me see where she put it. We have a handwriting book that I purchased for her last year where we're working on her cursive. And so she does an interesting job with cursive, but we really want her to improve her handwriting. One of the things that my husband and I have noticed is that, in particular for numbers, but really for all of her writing, she does have neat handwriting when she focuses. But a lot of times when she's doing her homework, she's just like working very quickly through it. And so providing her with more writing, I don't know, we just feel like that's necessary to get her to slow down a little bit, think about how she's writing, and just being able to write it more neatly so that way she can read it and we can read it and her teacher can read it, for especially grading purposes. So that's one of the reasons why is, just more handwriting practice. But then also I really wanted to do something with Sophia because she is now 8 and she's at the age now where, full disclosure, we are fighting a lot more. And so I wanted to just incorporate something into our routine. This is not something I'm expecting every single day, but it's just something for us to, just share thoughts with each other. So I don't know. I just thought it would be nice to try something like this with her, just because she's at that age. So again, it is a mother-daughter journal by Britt Anderson. Actually, I was going to measure this because I love everything discbound, and I was actually thinking of converting it to a discbound book. So it's 5.5 by, I'm assuming 8.5. Yeah, so it's 8.25. So it's a little bit smaller than letter size, 5.5 by 8.25. But it would fit into like an A5 or a half letter cover, and so I might convert it. It really just depends on what it looks like on the inside. And I'm not going to flip through every single page, but we'll try to get through at least a good portion of it so you can see what it looks like, and so I can see what it looks like because I haven't actually seen it. Okay, the love between mother and daughter is forever. That's so true. Right, there is a message from Britt. And yeah, so, okay, this is actually really hard to read. So it says, your opinion matters. matters immensely. That's really hard to read though. That looks like an H to me. Okay, well, we'll see. Right, this is from 2020. Okay, I just found it myself, so yeah, whatever. It will be for 2025 for me. All right, so we can put our name here, and then this is actually the table of contents. So it says how it works, I am who I am, favorites, hypotheticals, answer these, doodle it, ask some questions, would you rather, this or that, activities, things to do, and story time. So that's really good. And again, I won't flip through everything, but I really want to just show you at least a sampling of what's in here. Okay, so this one, let's talk a bit about you. How was it growing up as a kid, mom, daughter? How is it being a kid and growing up with mom? Right, so once you have completed this section, discuss some things you learned about each other that you didn't know before. Right, and so for mom and for daughter, some questions there to answer. Then here's a section for favorites, and they look like this: mom's favorite things, daughter's favorite things. Yeah, so several different pages of that. I'm assuming the labels are a little bit different. This one is hypotheticals. Use your imagination and explore these hypothetical situations. Feel free to skip around or do them in order. Discuss what you wrote and compare your similarities and differences. Okay, so if you have a time machine, that's the first set of questions. You have an empty room in your house. You have been given superpowers. You can go anywhere on vacation. Right, and then answer these. Questions to ask your daughter. Questions to ask your daughter. Mom, a little bit about you. Daughter, a little bit about you. Oh, sorry, I'm like losing how to hold this. Right, and then a couple more. And again, I'm not reading every single thing, but you can at least see the general structure of it. All right, there's a lot of questions actually. I'm just going to read one. What would you want to own, a private jet or luxury yacht? Why? Oh, that's an interesting question. Okay. right? And then question for mom, question for daughter, and then here's a doodle it section. In this section, doodle the objects listed any way you want. Have fun with it and don't worry if it's not perfect. When finished, what are some interesting ways you both see things in this world from your drawings? Right, you're given several different prompts here, right? So for mom to draw and for daughter to draw, and they're opposing each other, so you can see it on the same spread. That's really cool, right? And so, you know, we'll go through that, right? And then here, relax a bit and color this page any way you like. Get something to color, daughter, get something to color, right? And then this last section, I'm trying to hold it. It's definitely, you know, like it does not lay flat, right? Ask some questions. In this section, create some of your own questions you want answered. Go over your answers and discuss. Okay, so yeah, so you get to write your own questions. That's really cool, right? So there's lots of space for that. And then this section, would you rather? There are these are some fun exercises to learn more about how each of you think. All right, would you rather? Okay, and so I guess like I would just circle these honestly. But you know, it says for daughter and then for mother, and the questions are the same, it looks like, on each side. Oh yeah, okay, so here's where you would check it off. So this or that, you would just check it off. This is a food edition. There's food, travel. I don't know what that says. What does that say? I don't know what that says. I have no idea what that means. It looks almost like Pout You edition. I have no idea what that says. Oh, interesting. Oh, about you. About you. All right, it's missing an A. All right, it's missing an A. Okay, yeah, so then we have an activities section. Getting up and moving around is important for everyone. Let's get some blood flowing and do a few activities together. Nice. Okay, so there's tie-dye, scavenger hunt. There's several scavenger hunts. And then things to do, write a list. In the section, write a bucket list and things you would like to do together. Discuss what you have written down and maybe set some plans to cross some of these things off your list. So create a bucket list. There's things you can do together. And this is story time. In this section, each of you create a story and tell a short story of an adventure they go on. Read each other's story and talk about what their adventures were, right? So we have to create the story characters. The story characters continued. You can do some, it looks like storyboarding for it, story outline, and then the actual story, right? And then the same thing here for the daughter. I think Sophia will like some of this. It might be a little bit much, like all at one time, you know? Let's write your story. Let's write your story. Okay, that's great. That's actually really cute. I enjoy that. This mother-daughter journal is for you to seek fun and adventure with your daughter, with creative ways to connect with each other and grow the bond between you and your child. I actually really love that. Right, and again, it's a lot of pages, right? So about 100 pages, a little bit more, over 100, but you know, some of them were like title pages, things like that. But this is just a cute little book, and I actually, like I said, it doesn't lay flat really well, and so I don't like that. And you know, I love everything discbound, so I think I'm going to convert it to discs. Really the only concern I have is cutting it off the binding and then losing any writing space, but I think that's going to be okay. Yeah, so I hope you enjoyed this flip through. Again, I purchased it for me and Sophia just to kind of pass back and forth, just like it's intended to be. We're going to jump around, I think. I'm not going to worry too much about like having it in a specific spot. By the way, I did not paint my nails. Actually, I painted it, like added the second coat, but Sophia painted my nails. So sorry if they look a little bit rough, but you know, she wanted to have some mother-daughter time. So, you know, we're trying things, right? And this is one of the things I'm incorporating into our mother-daughter time just to, you know, just to add more writing. Again, mostly for Sophia, but I do want the memories too. So this is going into our rotation. And so again, I hope you enjoyed the flip through. Again, I will link it in the description if you're interested in purchasing it for yourself. The link is an affiliate link, so I appreciate if you do click on the link and purchase through my affiliate link. It doesn't change the price for you, but it does give me a little bit of a kickback for your purchase, just because, you know, that's what affiliate links are. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please do give it a thumbs up. If you haven't done so already, subscribe to my channel, and until the next video, bye guys.